Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to cover the West Division All-Star winners in HUT, go over their value, see if there's any bangers or if it's kind of a letdown like it was with the North Division. Also, guys, don't forget, check out my merch store. Again, on High Score Tees, if you're looking for some sweet no sleeves merch, that is the place to do it. The link is down below. All right, guys, let's get into the All-Star winners for the West Division. All right, we'll start off with the left defenseman winner, and that's the 90, Torey Krug. Not going to lie, this is a brutal decision and choice from the player base, but it is what it is. I don't understand how the 31st scorer among defensemen is one of the All-Stars. Shea Theodore was available to be picked, but nonetheless, here we are. 2 to distributor, 1 to workhorse, 1 to shutdown. Here's the thing about Torey Krug cards always in Hockey Ultimate Team. They're fast, which is good. Their shot is usually okay. But he's 5'9", which means he's a liability in his own zone. And getting the puck back is just going to be extremely difficult with him needlessly. So this is a hard avoid in my eyes. But again, if you're a Blues fan, obviously, or if you like his card, then that's fine. But if you're looking between the two to compare the two of which one, if you really, really wanted Torey Krug, this one comes with Speedster and Gladiator. This would definitely be my choice because at least he gets up to 96 speed with Distributor, 93 with Spark, and then Gladiator ups his slap shot power and body checking, which is super important considering he's 5'9", and then 2 to balance if you can get balance activated. The workhorse one is nice, but I'd rather have the high end speed and the shot power over the accuracy on the shot and acceleration. So I would go with with this one, the 2 to balance Gladiator and Speedster. Then we've got the 92 Marc-Andre Fleury from the Golden Knights. 6'2" with this 2 to distributor, heart and soul and swarm. I'm not gonna lie, there's really no reason to go after this card either. His aggression's 80. He's only 6'2". He doesn't have an elite synergy combo. His other option is 2 to balance, barrage and spark, which is a little bit better. But again, I think that you're paying a high end price for a master set item that's only 6'2". If you're gonna pay this much for a goaltender, might as well go after a Noonan or Markstrom or Korpisalo or Vasilevsky. So there's just no reason to go after this Marc-Andre Fleury. So I guess if you want to back up, I would probably no. There's better options all the way around. Then we've got the 92 Max Pacioretty with 2 to barrage, light the lamp, and wingman. This card's 6'2", 215. He's really big, plays heavy, which is nice, I think, for some players. Again, I talk about it a lot with the guys that don't play end-to-end all the time, which is fine. If you are someone who likes to, use the speed down the wings, that's a fine option as well. Just he's not really going to fit your play style, but he can get up to 95 acceleration with this variation and get you barrage. 91 speed, though, a little low, I guess. I mean, at this stage of the game, there's other options that are much faster, especially among lefties. His other card, though, has 2 to swarm, howitzer, and magician. This is more of my favorite just because it ups his wrist shot and slap shot power. Speed gets to 91, so 94 with distributor. Can get to 92 acceleration with spark. And I think this is just a better option. 2 to swarm I like a little bit more. So this would be my pick if you were looking for the Max Pacioretty. I'm curious to see what he's going for in the auction house right now. What his cost to be $450. Not paying $450, but just wait for him to fall down. Then we got the 92 Drew Doughty. At least he deserves it a little bit more than Krug. So 2 to barrage, 1 to shutdown, 1 to magician. This one's just his 94 moments card is just much better. If you have barrage on him, his shot is great, and his speed can get to 92, acceleration 93. He's just well-rounded. He's not super elite at anything. Without barrage, his shot is just okay for end game cards, for the price you're going to pay. His other option is 2 to swarm, gladiator, and workhorse. I like this one a little bit more. Obviously, acceleration can get up to 96. Speed is 92. Then his slap shot power is a little bit higher. And if you do have barrage already, then that can max out that shot there. His body checking gets up to 91. Defensive awareness, stick checking are max. So this would be the one I would choose if you're looking for a Drew Doughty card, but I don't know why you would go and get Drew Doughty. Moving on, next up, we've got the 94 Mikko Rantanen, one of the best cards in NHL 20 just because of his size. Plays a little bit too slow in NHL 21, but this card, we're getting near the end game. 2 to spark is nice, can get up to 92 acceleration. Magician is good on this card. Again, it maxes out his deking, so he's going to be able to make those cuts really well. And then with workhorse, can get up to 95 acceleration, but only 91 speed. His shot is great in the high 90s. Defensively, he's phenomenal. This is all just going to come down to playstyle. If you like Anthony Mantha or Mark Stone, you're gonna like Mikko Rantanen. If you don't like those cards, this is a hard pass. He's just not going to play the way that you want him to play. The other one is 2 to balance, light the lamp, and wingman. It's tough, man. Like, I like Wingman, especially for wingers, would light the lamp as well. He doesn't benefit a lot from it because his wrist shot's already maxed. Balanced is great if you can get balance activated. His hand stats are all 99. So that's going to depend on if you have balance activated. And then obviously the acceleration is the same as it does with Workhorse. So either one is fine, to be honest with you. I think he takes a little bit more advantage of Magician, but it's all really relative. I think that the balance boost as well with endurance is nice. So all up to you guys, but I would probably go with the balance version over Mikko Rantanen. And then lastly, we've got the 96 Nathan MacKinnon. With 2 to Heart and Soul, Thief, and Shutdown. For the love of God, I swear to you, I've said this all year long. Next year, it is my ultimate mission to make centerman start with 80 faceoffs because there is no reason that this Nathan MacKinnon card, even with Thief at 96 overall, still isn't viable at center. It's a joke and something that boggles my mind because the faceoff stat is a stat that really isn't all that subjective. It's just start with the best faceoff rating and work backwards. But regardless, 2 to Heart and Soul is obviously just a write-off, but Thief is same thing. Like, it just doesn't do anything. And then Shutdown boosts his slap shot accuracy up to 99, body checking up to 93, but really, you're only getting this benefit out of it. So this one will be a hard pass. The other option gives you 2 to Spark, 1 to Light the Lamp, and then Workhorse. I would much rather have Workhorse. The other ones just are kind of useless to you. The card really doesn't help out the card at all. So if you are going to pick one, this would be the one that I would go after. This is an endgame card, guys. Speed can get to 97, acceleration, all of his skating stats are maxed. His shot is basically maxed, hand stats 99. Like, this is it. You can get this 96 Nathan MacKinnon card and not have to go and get another righty. However, the only problem with it is the same thing it's been all year. Righties already have a ton of players already stacked at that position. You have Guy Lafleur, if you have Mario Lemieux, if you've got Barzal or Stamkos or Kessel or any of the team of the years like Pasternak and Panarin, there's just not really a reason to go for him. This is going to be an expensive card, though. He's probably worth $1 million. Yeah, exactly. 800K is probably a nice price to pay for him. I would be stunned if you can find him for that. But this might be a card that, of the whole set, like McDavid in the last iteration, might be the only one that's actually worth making because of the cost involved in making these. So speaking of that cost, again, if you go to the All-Stars one, you can get a random 94 overall NHL All-Star alumni item. That doesn't change. North Division is still there, West Division, and then the collectible sets one. So we'll go and take a look at the West Division. And again, all of them are still the same. So for 17 gold collectibles, you can get a random West Division player. For the love of God, please do not do this set. You can end up with Torey, Krug, or Marc-Andre Fleury, and that's going to cost you over, basically almost $1 million in coins. So in value. So please do not do that. So like I said, the Nathan MacKinnon one, that will cost you the base one and then 22 gold collectibles. And again, 20 gold collectibles is basically $1 million. If you have a lot of untradeable, you've been saving up, again, like I said, at least with this card, you don't have to get a replacement. Like, he can be on your 4th line if you end up getting some other god tier cards throughout the game. You really don't need to get anyone else. Nathan MacKinnon's card is elite and at the top end. So this is okay value. I don't think you should do it. I think it's probably always going to be cheaper to just buy him. But if you have a ton saved up, it's not a bad option. Moving along, you've got the 11 to make Max Pacioretty. Again, that's about 500K almost. It's just tough. Like, you're talking about 600K to make the 92 Max Pacioretty. There's no way, because you could go and get basically the Jack Hughes, who's an absolute glitch, for example. Just no chance there. Moving on down the line, it's 15 to make the Mikko Rantanen. And again, same kind of situation. You're going to pay 750,000 coins to get the 94 Mikko Rantanen. The one version, it's close, but again, it's just going to be so much cheaper to buy. 9 to make the Torey Krug. No chance at all on that one because he's just not a very good defenseman in this game. 11 to make Drew Doughty. There's a better version of Drew Doughty, so just wait for that price. And then finally, Marc-Andre Fleury, 0 chance. Again, 11 gold collectibles to make Andre Fleury. I've mentioned to EA that the cost of these sets specifically throughout the All-Star is way too high. They've acknowledged that, and hopefully in the next few events, we see the cost maybe come down a little bit. Again, I think that it's completely ridiculous to expect players that don't have. I play the game for a living, it's a lot different, but I think that it's ridiculous to ask guys that only have 4 to 5, maybe even 6 hours a week to play the game, to expect them to be able to afford any of these cards and not it be a total waste and overpayment just to make them. So, you know, it just not recommended to do any of these guys. If there is one, though, it's Nathan Mackinnon. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for the video today. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. And be sure, if you want to check out my Twitch channel, again, I start streaming at 10 a.m. every single day, play NHL and some other games early on. So if you have any questions or you want to see some gameplay or me use my team, be sure to check out the link down below. All right, guys, have a good one.